Finally, we have some action on Bitcoin. There are trading opportunities everywhere, and I've got a fantastic video for you with a lot of new lessons. Okay, so this is the chart we've been sharing for a while, and I've said that most of you should be avoiding most of the trading happening between these areas. And there were some great intraday opportunities around here, and of course there's the bigger, more macro swing positions that we can take over here. Zoom out to the 1 day. Why are these levels marked, and why are these the key levels that are going to help us trade crypto? Okay, so we take a look at price right now. We've got the key 30K psychological level. This is the most important resistance. And how do we think about the most important resistance? What is the level that we're looking at that if price gets above, everyone in the market is going to be thinking, oh, Bitcoin is doing well, things are going well. 30K is the easy answer. Now, see, when we're analyzing the price data, when we're looking for these key levels, we're looking for exactly that. We're analyzing human psychology. We're looking at demand and supply on the chart. Similarly, what is the level I see here where people will start to panic? Since March 18th, this has been the highest level the price has got to, around 27.2K. And if the price breaks below here, that's when we look for our breakdown trade. And I have been saying this for weeks, pretty much since the 28th of April. This was the last decent trade opportunity I saw here, shorting on this move. I haven't been taking too many trades. Definitely could have maybe caught this trade here, but as far as I'm concerned, we've been in this range long enough. I'm just looking for the break up or the breakdown. And I've told you guys my system for entering these breakdown trades is really simple. I just take a simple moving average like this, go down to your preferred time frame, and that's your confirmation. So take a look. You're waiting, no confirmation yet. Next candle, boom, we've got our confirmation. We enter our position around 26.921. You can set your stop loss if you want to be aggressive up here at the previous high, maybe a little bit lower here, right where the breakdown seems to have begun, or you could set it at the key level there. Test it, find out for yourself what works for your system. And then as for the next target, zoom out to the 4 hour. We're expecting to see some trouble around 26.5K, which is where price is going, and we can go as low as 25K, although that's a little bit aggressive. And as we watch the price play out, we've come down to about 26.157. Now, I actually do expect to see some sort of bounce here, because if you take a look, really important level, the 100 moving average on the 1 day has been hit. So if you're in a breakdown short, this is TP1 right here. The 100-day moving average is extremely powerful. Take a look at the reaction there. Take a look. This is a breakout point over here, confluent with this level. Breakdown point here, breakdown point here, breakdown point here. The 100-day moving average really does have a lot of statistical significance. This is a level I've backtested heavily and use a lot in my trading. So expecting some sort of bounce here, or worse, if we don't bounce here and we just smash straight through, it's looking pretty ugly, and we may lose our second TP, which is 25K. So those are the two take profit targets for the breakdown short. That's the position I'm in right now. That's what I'm looking to play. If you're intraday trading, this is a bounce zone. Playing against the trend is extremely viable, though I will give one warning. So I've got two types of trading. There's my swing trading, which happens by itself. And then with smaller size intraday trading on the 1 hour, 15 minute, sometimes I look to take smaller size positions. I actually made a big mistake yesterday doing that, and I'm going to share that with you guys. But before I do, but there's something really weird happening. We got a huge spike in volume here. Price crashed down and then really weakly went up and then gets pushed back down again. This looks like really consistent sell pressure, and it's oddly timed with a lot of stuff that's happening. And I saw this tweet by Arthur that he thinks there is some forced selling with a few entities here. The US market makers potentially pulling out of crypto with the regulation clamping down on them. He says it's heavier on the altcoins, but I see that price action in Bitcoin. Normally, it doesn't push down like this. It feels like every attempt to go up weekly gets pushed down, and there isn't that much volume here. It's just consistent selling off. We saw another big spike and sell-off in volume here. So I'll be paying attention to see if we see the exact same thing now. Price come back up, slowly drift down sideways. Good for people trading breakdowns, but normally the breakdowns do tend to be, at least in my experience, more aggressive and sharp than this. This just feels like slow bleeding out. Something to be careful of for sure. Now, I don't normally share my big wins. My trading is very personal, and I don't want my social media to just be me bragging about my trading wins. However, I did something stupid the other day, and I'd rather share stupid stuff with you so you don't make the same mistakes, because that's a lot more helpful. After entering my swing position, which is where I enter with larger size in my main trading, I got a little bit of FOMO, because I felt there'd be a lot of opportunity to make money intraday trading this rather than just sticking to my swing trading. For those of you who don't know, my swing trading happens more on the 4-hour, 1-hour, and 1-day time frames. Those are what I tend to use for it. And then if I'm intraday trading, I'll trade with a lot smaller size and go for quick 15-minute, 1-hour type positions. And I saw an opportunity to enter a short right around here. So this is earlier than when my swing trading position would trigger. I saw the price action and it did trigger one of my intraday scalping setups. So I entered the position. Nothing's quite gone yet here. However, I was underslept the night before, and this was now 3 p.m. that I'm entering my position. I knew I had a lot of work to do today that wouldn't allow me to manage this position like I needed to. And if this position got dragged out and took longer than it needed to, I'd be stuck managing it for absolutely ages. So instead of letting my position play out, I had to exit really early at about 27.23K, something like that. You'll see it in the screenshot. Now, this might look like a win because I made, $657, which is nothing in the context of the system. But this is actually a huge loss. Why? Because the intraday scalping setup I have has been backtested thoroughly in my trading journal. And that gave me data to say that this strategy is profitable. Now, this strategy relies on me sticking to certain risk to reward ratios, sticking to certain rules when it comes to my daily lifestyle. If I'm too busy, if I'm underslept, I should not be entering positions that I cannot manage all day. Intraday scalping is very different to my swing trading, and that's why mostly I do swing trading these days. Just because you make money does not mean your trade was a win. This trade was absolutely a loss, because if I do this over the course of 100 trades, I am going to lose money. This is not going to be a net win. This is why I love trading. It forces you to absolutely be one of the best versions of yourself. It forces you to have good physical and mental health, keep good habits, and I love the game, and I'm probably going to be doing it for the rest of my life. And this never changes. Even if you have 30 years experience, you're always going to be going through the same battle, facing yourself every single day. Same could be said of world-class CEOs, athletes, really anyone. What differentiates good from great is psychology. Truly accept this and you will become a better trader. Now, I'm going to leave you with 3 tips that I think will really going to improve your trading going forward. Now, something that's actually really helped me grow as a trader recently and spot common mistakes that are absolutely destroying people's trading is working with my first round of mentorship students. And this is fully booked up anyway, so I'm not trying to sell anything to anyone, and I won't be opening it up for a while. But what this has given me the luxury of is seeing people make the same mistakes over and over again. And if you're looking to grow your trading accounts, it's just crucial you don't make these mistakes. Let's say you spend all your time finding the best altcoins, finding the best setups, finding the perfect trading indicators, and then you make a few big wins and you give it all back in one trade. I see it happen all the time. So mistake number 1, and this happens a lot, is people are trying to get rich quick, or they have anchoring bias. Now, trying to get rich quick, trading's not the place to do that. Trading is not easy. There's nothing get rich quick about it. There's no martinis on a beach or Lamborghinis. There can be, but it's just as hard as any other career. Then anchoring bias is when a lot of people have made hundreds of thousands, sometimes even millions of dollars at the peak of the bull market, and then they lost it all. And for some reason in their heads, they need to get back to that number. The market doesn't care about that number. That number does not exist anymore. I know you don't want to hear this, but it's the facts. The same habits that made you that $1 million or $100,000 are the ones that lost you it as well. There's no correlation between the two. So get that number out of your head and start learning to trade like a professional. Okay, tip 2, 95% of traders have a really weak foundation. They've built really clever systems with loads of indicators that take tons of time and analyzing lots of news and markets, etc., but they don't make money. It's like building a house on sand. No matter how good your house is, it's going to sink. The foundation is everything. If you don't thoroughly understand risk management, technical analysis, and trade journaling, you've got no business building a trading strategy. Lastly, there's too much complexity in people's trading systems. Recently, one of my students made $12,000 in 1 week. And this is about after working with me for about 1.5 months. I didn't give him any magic indicators. I didn't give him any trading signals. Instead, I had him actually do less with his trading system. got rid of useless indicators that weren't working, assets he was trading that he didn't need to be trading, going turbo focused on what he needed to be doing, helped build that foundation, helped build the right mindset, the right routine so you can trade like a professional, and it changes everything. Most of the time, I need to tell people to do less so they can make more money. Anyway, based on the traders I've taught, these are the biggest mistakes I've seen. Good luck and enjoy trading the volatility.